Today, this is the latest tropical update for the Western Pacific. This is the 20th of August 2011, 08 Zulu, 4 p.m. Philippine time, 5 p.m. Japan time. It's been a while since we've put out a video update, mainly because of the Western Pacific being quiet for the past week or so. Now we have tropical update, mainly because I think we're seeing an uptick of activity here. No cyclones just yet, but we're looking at two areas of possible potential cyclone development for the next week, at least for the next 2 to 3 days. Here we have 95W north of the Marianas and also 96W near Yap and Palau. Before we get into the tropics, just want to take a quick look at the Philippines here. Still having that scattered and widespread rain showers and thunderstorms. And see in this latest infrared image we have some convection blowing up near the southern Luzon region, also here in central and eastern Visayas region, also some widespread rain showers here in Mindanao, this one associated with the trough. Again, we have that scattered storms being enhanced by that intertropical convergence zone. You can see the latest Subic radar taken about half an hour from Pag-asa, and you can see those pop-up thunderstorms, very random and very scattered. Quick moving storms that doesn't last long, but they do have the potential. Some of them has the potential to bring landslides and flash floods. Also some strong winds, so just be aware of the possibilities of these types of storms all throughout the country, especially in the afternoon there. Around 50 to 100 millimeters sometimes, especially those areas where that get under the heaviest rains for a long time there. But in terms of very heavy rain or cyclone related precipitation, fortunately we don't have that right now, just some scattered showers there. So now moving on to the tropics, we have first focus on Invest 95W near the Marianas Islands. You can see well north of Guam. You can see in this latest visual satellite image of this cloud formation again. Also some higher cloud tops. You can see also here. Just want to zoom in right here, and well, you can see it seems to be an exposed low-level circulation center. I don't know if you can see those low clouds swirling and wrapping around this center. So you can see it is kind of exposed with the convection. Looking at the infrared, some fairly healthy amount of convection, but again still displaced. You can see in this image displaced to the east and southeast of the storm. So mainly because of some wind shear, encountering some wind shear. But in terms of organization, looks good. I mean, could be better, but convection still blowing up and sustaining itself. In terms of development, the computer models have actually backed out from a significant cyclone forming in this area, with the exception of the CMC or the Canadian model. Still expecting this to develop into a fairly weak tropical storm by the middle of next week, moving north and staying east of the Kanto region, and by the middle of next week, and then moving towards the north and northeast. So you can see in terms of development, not really optimistic with the computer models right now. But in terms of short-term forecast, again, we have 95W in somewhat a very good area actually in terms of sea surface temperatures, still high. Wind shear low to moderate, around 10 to 20 knots of westerly wind shear. That is why you can see actually the center being exposed and the convection again being sheared to the east of the center, again be due to that wind there. But in terms of the overall pattern, you could see 95W developing into a depression or a weak storm, tropical storm. JTWC actually rating this low pressure as a medium chance for cyclone development in the next 24 hours. So we'll continue to watch that. The other system is 96W, Invest 96W near Palau and Yap. You can see in this wide view, you can see the clouds east of Mindanao. This is Palau and Yap. Taking a closer look at that visual satellite, you can see those cloud formation again. Doesn't have the look of a cyclone. Just this is still in the early stages of development, still embedded within the trough. This long line of convective activity. You can see also in this wide view, long train of storms from the area just east of Mindanao all the way up to the Marianas, and connected also with 95W. For 96W, we have the convection, convective activity here being shown on the infrared, looking fairly good. Fairly healthy in terms of convective activity. We'll see if it can sustain itself throughout the night there. GTWC rating this low as of now for the possible of cyclone development in the area, but it looks like, in my opinion, it looks like 96 West is the system that needs to be watched for the Pacific here. I'm more concerned with this system than the 95W. As you can see also in this latest computer models, can see most of them tracking and developing 96W. We have few model support, if any, for 95W here north of the Marianas. So yeah, if in my opinion, I do think 96W has more chance of becoming a significant cyclone here in the next few days. But for 95W, we cannot discount it becoming a depression or a weak storm next week. Now back to 96W, we have here the computer models again showing you. This one is from the Euro Canadian model, CMC model, also showing this originating within the area of Palau and Yap, moving generally north for the CMC here. Also developing this into a fairly strong tropical storm in 5 days or so. Also here we have the Euro model. This is around Saturday now, so this will be around 7 days from now, next week. You can actually see this huge circulation developing actually into like a monsoon depression with this huge swath of wind field extending as far south as the Guam, here near the just east of the Philippines. Again, moving north westward towards the Okinawa area. So again, perhaps another threat for the area here, southern Japanese islands. Still long days, long way out, and expect some changes still. But in terms of the forecast from the Euro, it brings the future 96W towards the Yellow Sea, and then moving northward, perhaps towards the Korean Peninsula or northeastern China. And you can also see again, this is on Tuesday, August 30th, potential cyclone again developing north of the Marianas by that time frame. So yeah, models kind of painting a much more active Pacific by next week, for the next 2 weeks at least. So we'll continue to monitor that. But I just want to give an idea on the general pattern based on the computer models for next week. And we have 95W and 96W. Well, as I said before, very few models are expecting this to develop into a strong storm, but we still expect this to develop at least a tropical depression and move north towards Japan, east of Japan, staying offshore according to some solutions. Probably just going to bring some rains towards the Kanto region here. And you can, as I also pointed out earlier, this long line of storms associated with this broad monsoon trough from Palau moving towards Guam area and north into 95W. and this is expected to move north as this 96W develops next week. Again, as I said, this is just a potential scenario, not saying it's gonna happen, but according to, if the models were right, could see 96W developing into a tropical storm moving northward, and then bringing with it this monsoon, trough monsoon winds and rains, also moving north out of Palau and Yap there. And as for 96W becoming a tropical storm by the middle of next week, and then moving into the Okinawa Ryukyu's area and into the Yellow Sea for the long range forecast. So according to the computer models, I mean the threat for the Philippines looks to be low, but again areas from northern Luzon to Taiwan and into southern Japan should continually monitor the status and developments of these systems, particularly 96W in my opinion. So there you go. Now before I end the update, just want to update you on the Atlantic side, North Atlantic Basin near the United States. We have 3 systems being watching from the National Hurricane Center. We have Tropical Storm Harvey north of Nicaragua, moving westward towards Belize, making landfall there as a tropical storm. So expect that to bring lots of heavy rains along this region and also into the Yucatan Peninsula there over the next 2 to 3 days. Should weaken and dissipate as it moves across land. We also have Invest 97W here in the middle of the Atlantic, given 70% chance of cyclone formation within 48 hours. And also we have Invest 98 exiting the African continent, also being given 40% chance of development. So yeah, it looks like Atlantic Basin now ramping up in terms of cyclone activity. Computer models and good agreement also with the development of these 2 storms, so stay tuned for that. And also for more details, you can look at 28storms.com, putting out video updates just like this one, but focused mainly on the North Atlantic side of the globe here. Going to be helpful, especially if you have relatives or friends, or if you yourself are living here in the United States or any areas here in Cuba, Hispaniola, also here in the Yucatan area, Yucatan Peninsula. So yeah, there you go. This is it concludes our update for today. If you have any questions, just email us. Probably put out another video update in 2 or 3 days time. If 95W develops, certainly put out a video update as soon as possible for that storm. But for the meantime, just continue visiting our blog for the latest text updates for the Western for everything Western Pacific there. Until our next update, stay safe out there, and bye bye.